Montana. We're seeing high pressure build into the region, and this has led to a pretty nice day today. What a difference 24 hours makes, especially for places like Bozeman, Butte, and Dillon, where we were dealing with the snow yesterday. It's been all sunshine this afternoon. So we'll give it here, say about 30 seconds to a minute. It'll give me a chance to make sure everything's working here behind the scenes. But what I will do is show you the current conditions across the region. Some beautiful sunsets out there. We are just beyond sort of that peak color, so not as vibrant as what we were seeing a short time ago, but still very nice out there. And these nice conditions are only going to expand as we head over the next couple of days with this high pressure ridge building even more so in place. So give me just about 30 seconds here. I think we'll be in good shape. Everything seems to be working here behind the scenes, so almost. There we go. Okay. I had one little issue back here, but I think I have got that all figured out, and we should be all in good shape now. There we go. Well, again, thank you all for tuning in tonight. Overall, this should be a pretty quick update. Not expecting too much in the way of weather impacts, at least for the next, say, 48 hours or so. Then we will start to see some changes. So if you have any comments or questions as we go throughout this update, certainly feel free to ask those. I'll keep an eye on the chat section and we'll answer them as they come in. But as you're tuning in, certainly let us know where you're tuning in from and if you're planning on enjoying the nice weather that we're expecting outdoors this weekend. But really, getting into the details, this is what we're tracking. Building high pressure for this weekend. We're looking at calm conditions. Spring warmth is going to be sticking around for this weekend, just like we were seeing last weekend. I'm certainly going to be out enjoying the temperatures in the 40s and 50s and just spending some time in the sunshine. Now, the reason for this, high pressure is starting to build over the west. Here's our storm system from yesterday that brought the snow into southwest Montana. It's diving south through the Four Corners region. Will likely bring impacts to parts of Texas and Oklahoma over the next couple of days with some stronger storms, but none of that back home. We're going to be looking at the storm flow driving northward up into Canada and that ridge of high pressure keeping us quiet for the relative next couple of days. Now again, beautiful conditions out there right now. Temperatures for most areas we're in the 40s, though Bozeman, I believe, held on to the 30s for those highs this afternoon. Right now, 30s and 40s remain common. 40 in Kalispell, 43 in Missoula, 36 in Butte, and 35 down towards Bozeman. Overall, mostly clear skies are common. We're just seeing some high-level clouds as the ridge is beginning to center over our region. Now, as we go throughout the rest of the night, we're going to see, with those clear skies, temperatures falling down into the teens and 20s for most areas. West Yellowstone, a little bit cooler, down at 2 degrees. 15 for Dillon and Butte, 13 in Bozeman. As you get into west central and northwest Montana, that's where those temperatures transition back over into the 20s. 23 Hamilton and Missoula, 24 in Deer Lodge, 18 at a little bit higher elevation there at Seeley Lake, 27 Polson and Kalispell, 26 in Libby, and 25 in Thompson Falls. Mostly clear to partly cloudy skies will be continuing. There is one issue that we could contend with tonight as well as into Sunday morning, and that's going to be some patchy valley fog that may develop. A combination of the warmer temperatures allowing for a little bit more snowmelt and the clear skies. That's sort of prime conditions for fog development. Not expecting this to be overly impactful or overly dense, but some spots here and there will be possible. So really just for the next 2 mornings, generally closer to our rivers, creeks, and streams, as well as near larger bodies of water as well. So lakes could see a little bit of that as well. But like I said, not expecting much in the way of impact with that. And here is that weekend forecast. Above average warmth, quiet conditions with that patchy morning fog, but overall partly cloudy skies are going to be common, though northwest Montana, Kalispell area could see a little bit more cloud cover, especially as we get into Sunday. Temperatures generally in the 40s and low 50s for Saturday, lows in the 20s and low 30s, and then we get into Sunday, which will likely be the warmest of the next 7 days, and that's going to bring those temperatures back into the upper 40s to mid 50s across all of the region. There is one more thing that I don't believe I have, so I'm just going to make a mention of it. As we get into early Sunday morning, don't forget we have daylight saving time. We spring forward an hour. I believe that's at 2 a.m., so we'll spring to 3 o'clock. Yes, we do lose that hour of sleep, but we will gain an extra hour of daylight later into the evening. So I, for one, am okay with the 1 hour less of sleep for a little bit more daylight later into the evening. I will be the first to admit I am very much a daylight lover. So hope I know it can cause some health impacts, the time change. I did not really a 3D weather, but I did a story about the impacts on health of daylight saving time about 2 years ago now, looking back. So certainly, if you want to learn a little bit more about the health impacts that can be caused because of daylight saving time, I know we've got a new story on NBCMontana.com now, but also if you want to look back to my old one from 2 years ago, certainly that should be there as well. Now, getting back into the weather side of things, Saturday, Sunday looking fantastic. Go out and enjoy the nice conditions. But because as we get into the early parts of next week, here comes some bigger changes. We're going to go back to an active period of weather late Sunday night in northwest Montana, but most areas Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. The initial rounds will be impacting northwest and west central Montana. We're talking valley rain and mountain snow. But overnight and into the early morning hours each day, there will be a window where temperatures get cold enough we could see a little bit of light snow down in our valleys. Not expecting snowfall to accumulate in the valleys from this, primarily sticking as rain, though, up over our mountain passes, looking towards Marias, Lookout, and Lolo passes. This is looking into Monday morning around 7 a.m. We're seeing that focus for areas along and west of the Divide. You see that green and pink showing up. That's that US 93 corridor, our lowest elevation valleys within our region. Likely staying as that rain, though we could see a little bit of mix into the continuing in through the day on Monday. This will be a pretty quick wave. I think by the afternoon, just a few spotty showers. But early Tuesday morning, here comes the next round of snow. Light to occasionally moderate for the mountains along the Montana-Idaho state line. More waves of that roll in for Tuesday afternoon. It's really still the essentially the second of multiple waves for next week. That starts to dissipate into Tuesday evening, and then we get into Wednesday and Thursday, and this is probably going to be the bulk of the moisture. Still, it's going to likely start off as valley rain and mountain snow, but there might be a bit more cold air after this warm up on Wednesday. Still looking at mid to upper 40s. That as we get into Wednesday night and Thursday, we could see a bit more cold air start to work its way in and bringing those snow levels at least closer to valley floors. If we are going to see accumulating snow in the valleys, it would likely be from Wednesday and beyond. And this is also the window that southwest Montana gets a little more involved with the moisture as well. So overall, I think for at least for Bozeman, Monday and Tuesday, other than a spotty shower here, there should stay dry as it looks like right now. But as we get into Wednesday and Thursday, that's where things will start to change. But again, main travel impacts will be up over our mountain passes, those along the state line, as well as those here and along the Divide. Outside of that, probably our biggest concern in the valleys will actually be the rain on the roads, those wet roads starting to refreeze each night, more so than just looking at light snowfall accumulation. So something that we'll have to keep an eye on as we go throughout the weekend. As we get to Sunday, we'll have a better idea of what we can expect, at least for Monday and Tuesday. But in general, valley rain, mountain snow for that early parts of next week time period, and then likely continuing all throughout next week with Wednesday and Thursday, potentially a slightly stronger piece of energy with that trough of low pressure that's in. So that's pretty much everything that I had for this evening's update. The active weather isn't going to be here until late Sunday night through next week. This weekend, it's all about spring-like warmth, lots of sunshine, beautiful conditions out there. I'm going to certainly be out there enjoying it as much as I possibly can. And I hope that for those of you who do enjoy the outdoors, get to do the same. So enjoy that, because then we're back to more of a typical late winter, early spring type of pattern with rain and snow showers for next week. So thank you all for tuning in. If you have any photos or videos of how you're enjoying the nice weather, whether you're out on a hike or say, just up in the mountains, things of that nature, or skiing. I know there's plenty of areas to go skiing that are, the snow may be a little bit sticky because of the warmer temperatures, but it can still be some good fun can be had. But certainly feel free to share photos or videos of your adventures this weekend with us at nbcmontana.com/chime in. Tune into our live broadcast tonight with me and Laurel. We'll have the latest news and weather updates. And then, of course, this weekend, forecaster Brianna Henderson will be in for our weather. And then I believe, I could be wrong on this, but I believe it's Bowen who will be anchoring on Saturday and Jacob who will be in for Sunday. So Bowen West, Jacob Owens. I think that's all I have. But again, thank you all for tuning in tonight. Have a great weekend, a great evening tonight. Enjoy the nice conditions. And I will see you all on the next one, likely on Monday next week. So have a great evening with NBC Montana. I'm meteorologist Mitchell Coombs.